But we do have now the start of our PC and Switch runs. So we're going to be having Jumpy Luff do a Spyro 2 run. So this is going to be an any % run on the PC. So yeah, we're should be ready to go very shortly. Let's just get everything set. And yeah, so commentators, you want to talk a little bit about Jumpy while I get him set up?
Jumpy Love is crazy dedicated to this game.
Yeah, he's
has tough times in every single one of them. He puts a lot of effort into everything he does. So you're guaranteed a good showdown here.
Yeah, Jumpy's definitely one of the most dedicated speedrunners I know.
Absolutely.
He 337% back when it launched on PS4. And yeah, I've seen him been going really hard, especially with the trifectas.
Yes.
And
he's optimizing all 3 games like in one sitting, which is nuts. Looks like we're on board here. Starting up some Spyro 2.
2, 1, go.
Which is the best Spyro game, might I add.
Yeah. And I can agree with that.
So this category is Spyro 2 Any %. It differentiates from the old Any % in that you don't need any orbs. You only need weapons. And so you'll see a lot of him just sort of running through the levels. This is a trick called a torch jump.
Big sequence break. You don't gotta pay money backs.
Yeah, so you save 100 gems by doing that. And then you sort of, you go grab the talisman away, because he needs to pay for swim, which will be 500 after the first 3 levels. And then he'll need to pay for the Aquaria Towers wall, which will be 400 gems.
Yeah, so this is a lot of
bridge
optimization along the way.
And then
as much as you can while getting fast.
No orbs though, so that saves a mountain of time.
Yeah, the game can be beaten in under 20 minutes in-game time, so it says a lot about this.
So, have you all had a chance to kind of like mess around with the PC versions, which we were able to get early thanks to Activision?
I did. I played through Spyro 1 and 3. Max completed both of them.
I was messing around with Spyro 2, and there will be some new stuff with PC exclusives.
There's some cool new strats I think we're gonna see that aren't available on the console version. So
there's some wall gliding in particular. Found as a fun sort of strat to turn down your foliage.
Break.
Oh yeah, right here, yeah. Hover in 3, in 2, and 3 is especially, yeah, like it's really great. The amount of height you get from hovering, I think, is much greater than in the original.
Now, how about like load times in specific? Because obviously,
it's amazing,
massive improvement.
it is way better.
You'll especially notice it in Spyro 2 and 3 when you enter a level. It's nearly instantaneous. It's great. It makes it a much more speedrun friendly environment to play on.
Yeah, which was sort of the same story back when Crash NST launched.
Yeah.
Nitro Speed.
It's great to see.
Same thing with and so that's sort of great because at first you're like happy to have the game, but man, it takes so long to load. But now, like with the fast loads, haha.
So we're at a Colossus here.
Yeah, he's going to grab some gems here right now, and then enter Idol.
He's gonna head over to the next level, which is Idle Springs.
Idle Springs is one of the escort levels, so you have to go through and open all the enemies, so the enemies that are holding the NPCs hostage, so they can open the doors for you.
Yep.
At this point, there's no other way to get
It's a
through
good level
that
for jumps, though,
faster.
'cause you can see him go around, get some gems while he's waiting for the dude to bust down the door.
Yeah. Bot with medium swim immediately after.
Yeah, this game is a lot different from Spyro 1 in the fact there's just a bunch of power-ups that they added into this one to make it more interesting.
And I think Spyro 2 is definitely the most different from the original.
Yeah,
as far as
it's a stark difference playing 1 then 2.
I think one of the things I'm happiest about with the remaster or remake, remaster make.
Remaster make?
Yeah, I'm gonna coin that term. It's a Bregerman exclusive. I think is really cool is like the movement of Spyro. He feels very fluid.
Very fluid and smooth, especially when you get it on PC and you play at a higher FPS. It feels great to control Spyro.
Yeah, like he's definitely more like
Super responsive to your inputs.
and having the ability to roll in 2 and 3. Though admittedly, sometimes I forget that you can roll, and I'll like accidentally roll off the edge. And I'm like, no!
You can
I
roll
forgot
in 1
you-
also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rolling is like the
There
best
used to
tech in the whole game.
There used to be a strat involving rolling, which allowed you to roll in air, but unfortunately it got patched out.
Yeah, they
so
fixed that one.
Yeah.
We have a
Yeah.
much cooler
yes,
cooler
we have a
strat.
much cooler strats coming up real late, which is used for one thing in any present.
Look at that load into Hurricanes. It was like 2 seconds max.
Wow, was there even a load? I
Barely.
I looked away for a
compared to
second.
the PS4 version, it would take like 15 seconds.
So actually, Hurricos is a really cool level. You notice he to sort of jump on top of.
Little precise jumps, and he's gonna come up through here, go out of bounds, typical Spyro 2 fashion, and
He's collecting gems.
so up here he's gonna trick the camera. If you do that, you can just walk through the electric gate there by adjusting the camera to the left.
No light bulb required.
And that was Hurricos. It's a really cool level.
Yeah, these loading times are so much faster than
nuts,
the
man.
PS4.
Yeah, I mean the biggest thing you got to wait for is for the gems to count up at this point.
Sometimes they don't even count up and the load is done, which is pretty good, especially speedrunning wise when we don't have to wait for everything to load.
Heading over to Sunny Beach. Here's another. Not pressing that button. Why would he press the button anyway?
It's like, let's just leave those turtle children there. They're safe behind that wall. They don't need to make it to the end. Just run around collecting gems. These are really good gems to get. There's a lot of them. They're really fast. Forming to like maneuver around there. Does have to push those turtles though, which is fine because it gives them time to collect some gems. To buy is the Aquaria door, which is 400, which he's already cleared of that.
And to get the talisman here, he's just gotta wait for this turtle to get up this ramp here.
Come on, turtle. Boom, just like that, Sunny Beach is done.
Yeah. Real solid run so far from Jumpy.
Every time I watch him, he tends to play very clean.
He's very consistent. He's very consistent.
very few major mistakes.
So, have any of you had a chance to like test the difference between like an SSD and a HDD to see if that like the load times are any different?
Well, I mean, on PS4 they're hugely different. On PC, I have a SDD. I haven't.
Yeah, I installed it when I got it. I installed it straight to my SSD. I didn't try it on HDD.
Okay.
Cody has HDD or no?
PC is on HDD right now, but on
Okay.
PS4 I had on both. Also, there's now coming a neat trick here that allows you to just go to the end of the level. There's an invisible, like,
Either up there.
you can just jump on it and then go to the end of the level, which also skips 100 gems payment from moneybags in this level.
Yeah, it's great.
As well as running through the whole level. I love when they put invisible walls above where you're supposed to be. So notable difference is that it doesn't teleport you to Allura after Aquaria in this version, or in the Reignited.
Yeah, you can just hop straight into Crush, which is the first boss in the run. It's a pretty straightforward boss fight with some damage abuses thrown in.
Yeah. You preferably would like to damage abuse on every phase, so he doesn't do his. So he stops only after first attack instead of doing 2 or 3.
Yeah. Here to let him just hit you.
And then he goes around, hits these sheep, which give him extra sparks health, so he can keep on damage boosting through the phases.
Which the game giving you all those extra sheep make it so why wouldn't you damage abuse here?
Exactly.
Do between phases like, oh, I'm gonna go collect some more sparks. Just 2 more hits.
Jumpy doesn't want to lose green sparks now. To not stay on 0 HP.
Playing a little safe.
That roll though.
And that's Crush defeated.
Get crushed.
Swagging out a bit at the end there.
Throwing himself into the rubble. Now we're going to go into Autumn Plains, where climb, he's going to need to buy in Crystal Glacier, which is
Crystal Glacier Bridge. There is a bridge for 200 gems. He'll also need to buy Climb later for 500 and 2 levels for 400 gems each.
Last night he was looking to try to find a way to skip the bridge in here. Like there was anything.
There also is a skip for Climb, but it's very hard. So
also even
attempt that.
Although he does skip the saving of the Eskimos there with a torch jump, which gets him up here, so that saves a bit of time. He's going to run around, collect some more gems.
Pay money bags.
Which
so
is
go across here.
Runner, I think, is one of the most painful things you can do is to actually pay money bags.
Just wait, we'll have to skip for that bridge eventually.
Yeah, it'll happen.
This is the only in-level moneybags payment required in this run at the moment.
So what are the differences between the category that we're showing now for Spyro 2 and the category that people are going to see in the relay, which is the 40 orb?
So the biggest difference is that this category will use something called level storage, which will happen later in the run. What it does is it'll load 2 levels simultaneously. It'll load Gulp and it'll load one of the speedways, and then Jumpy's going to do a series of inputs off screen that you can't see, but at the same time, and he'll have control like he's in a speedway, so he'll be able to free flight, he'll be able to supercharge.
It's a really cool trick.
Yeah. And
he's going to heading to Metro Speedway now to finish it. So when the level search happens, instead of just 30 seconds, he'll have 10 minutes for everything. As well as this level will give him 400 gems, which comes in handy.
Yeah, this is a super fast way to get 400 gems, is just to do the speedway. Notice also that he used the wall to jump over and didn't activate the... Normally you need to talk to Allura with Handy to be able to do.
6 orbs, yeah. I believe.
Another difference from the original game is that you would need to talk to her in order to activate the portal. You don't need to talk to her, and the portal is just active, which makes this possible.
The speedways themselves have really cool, subtle optimizations to them too. You saw him doing it a bit there. Tries to fly as close to the water as he can. Save a little bit of time.
The faster you go. But yeah. So the biggest difference will be level storage. He'll be able to just fly directly into Ripto after he finishes Gulp.
Yeah, 40 orb is more of a vanilla category, where you do what the game requires you to do, and not really skip out on all that. And level storage allows you to skip out on a lot of stuff. So.
Now here will be coming the new PC strat, most likely. He'll be doing wall glide in order to skip most of the level.
This was found by you, Crody.
I mean, Jumpy found it on offline too, but yeah,
Nice.
both of us found it.
That's a PC exclusive thing there. That the localizer are OP on PC. So.
Yeah, basically.
And he's gonna grab those gems, the next level. So yeah, that Skilos, it used to be, or at least on console, that you have to run around the entire level, whereas now you can just do that wall glide and boom.
Yeah, there used to be an EOL skip too here, but it's pretty hard to do in run, so you would probably fail it.
Now he's going to go over into Breeze Harbor. Also has a cool...
This is one of my favorite levels in the game.
Actually, yeah, Breeze Harbor, aesthetically, I think they nailed it. The lighting,
looks great.
The mood. Yeah. Toys for Bob. Thank you.
They did a Toys for Bob. That's like one of the best things about this game. They nailed the way it looks. Everything looks just fantastic.
He's gonna go. He's gonna jump onto the windows, to the window here.
To the trolley truck. And
onto the trolley truck.
Yeah, he's just jumping into the ship now.
Boom! Right onto the ship. He's got to kill the bucket
these fires
fish
in order to raise the ship. In order to get the talisman here.
Boom. Just like that. Breeze Harbor. Done. I think this run is a lot of fun. It has a lot of each level is sort of predefined, and it's really just get to the end while collecting gems. There's not too much to worry about. Do that trick, run to these gems.
And we're gonna pay money bags again here. So now Spyro can climb. Climb up the ladders.
Every dragon should.
Head on into Scorch.
Which is another quick level.
Yeah, Scorch has another kind of end of level skip. At least it skips half of the level. And he's going to do it right here. Just jump here and over.
It's not, that one's not too hard.
Yeah, that one's pretty free. Just a jump with a decent hover. Except then you have to open this bridge up. So he's gonna hit the button and do just that. Gonna grab these gems. These are all 5 gems, so they're really quick to get. A quick 25, and then
And grab that Scarab Talisman and peace out.
he's gonna go into Fracture Hills.
This is another level where I feel like they really nailed the aesthetic in Reignited.
Yeah, it looks really nice. And the soundtrack sounds good too, at least for me. And now this is one of the levels where you can skip to the end and you have to free all 6 satellites here.
Yeah,
but
this is a very recognizable and memorable sound here from the bagpipe players.
Well, bagpipe, everybody can do a little jig too. Dance. Really like the rock textures. The what color that is. Like, I've never seen a rock with that color in real life. It fits the level perfectly. Yes, and the trees and the dancing pigs. They're just gonna run to the end. Look at that, the Colin.
Lots of good gems right there.
Many. They're doing a little dance.
Yeah, that was everything for that level. And right after it, there will be a door skip for the professor door, where you need few orbs to open, but you can just hover. You can just glide over it, and then he'll be entering Magma Cone.
Who needs orbs? Orbs are overrated.
Orbs are overrated, I agree.
We power the stream with talismans. No orbs required.
Now this is a really cool level, Magma Cone. See why momentarily.
I go around collecting gems.
There will be another money bag skip coming up here.
Around. You're probably thinking, wait, I never played the level this way. How is he
Watch
doing
this.
all this?
Looks like he should be good for this.
Oh yeah.
Nice. So
Yeah,
you're gonna use
first
that
try.
to get out of bounds here, go down, skip the elevator, Skip money bags.
And he's going to climb. He's not going to do it the traditional way. He's going to go to the right instead of to the left. Hover.
When you hold down while jumping on the ladders, then Spyro just stops climbing immediately, so you have more control like that. And that's used twice in this level.
Skip money bags is a good money bags. I couldn't agree more with that statement. What he's going to do is he's going to pay money bags.
Yeah, that's the only way we can get over here, unfortunately. Gonna hop into Shady Oasis. Bit of outer scroller, a little bit, but
Yeah, it's another escort mission, but you can't really skip it because the guy you are escorting will give you talisman at the end, so you need him there.
yeah, you need all
Yeah.
talismans.
Which is different than, say, the Sunny Beach escort mission where you're escorting the turtle, but it's a different turtle in each section, so you can skip last one. But even then, there's a different guy that gives you the talisman.
You can also see that he tries to be as close as possible to the hippo because he can sometimes glitch out and then he'd have to restart the level.
You really have to babysit him in the remake. If you get too far away, he doesn't like moving very much. To the Spyro, which I mean, I would too. I'd be like, yeah, I'm much safer next to this dragon. To these enemies.
Also looks like jump will be overjumped a little after this level because we only need 400 now for the Zephyr last level in this world.
Actually, he going to be buying Icy Speedway.
Ah, I see. Alright.
Love storage.
Alright, as a safety measurement, which is a good move.
I mean, the extra 100 gems isn't costing him any time, so there's just so many free, easy gems along the escort for and instead of exiting level, he's going to guidebook travel to Metro, which will put him right next to Zephyr. That he needs to unlock with another $400 or 400 gem. God, you imagine $400 ADLC or 400 gem.
You mentioned the guidebook warp, and that's a super nice thing about this game, is you can just warp to any level that you've already been to. So saves a lot of movement for him to be able to warp to as close as Zephyr like that.
Yeah, in Originals it was only a thing in Spyro 3 and only after beating the last Sparks level there. But
Yeah,
in this game it was given to all 3 games from the beginning.
Like any level you've been to, you can fast travel to, which that's just a quality of life improvement that a lot of added in recent, the 20 plus years since Spyro came out. And from a speedrunning standpoint, it's super, super useful, especially for backtracking.
Yeah.
In 2 and 3 for things like
especially
climb.
because this game is timed with the in-game time, so you don't lose any time when you're loading in a loading screen like that.
Or on menus, or in a few other situations.
Cutscenes.
Yeah.
Right, now that he's finished with the Zephyr,
Zephyr's
and
nice here. You don't have to do much of it.
Yeah, he just sort of run through.
yeah, there's not much to it. And now that he has the 14 talismans, he'll be warped to Elora next to the Gulp door. And yeah,
This is where the real fun begins.
Yep. But I see some cool stuff here. Let's see how he does it.
So first he's just going to enter the level, and then he's going to exit it.
yeah, it'd be easier to warp back there then and then quit it again. It saves a little bit of time in-game time.
He's going to buy Icy Speedway, which he's going to need for the level storage.
Yeah,
So he's
he
going to
bought
warp
that
back to
speedway
Gulp.
to set up this level storage glitch.
And then he's going to exit the level himself back over to it. And so the way it works is he has to pause and exit level and transitions you into the level. It's fairly precise. Let's see if he gets it first try.
It's a pretty hard trick.
And well,
Looks like he got it.
Nice.
he got it. Yep, exit level. And
Yeah,
so now
the purple background means he'll be spawned in front of Metro Speedway, and he'll try to re-enter this portal now. And when he enters, he'll try to just fail the speedway, then press retry, and then skip this cutscene. This is how it works in short.
yeah, and so yeah, he's like doing inputs behind the scenes right now.
Yeah, and it's a lot quicker on PC than on PS4. And heal the Fabius now, and one of the hardest bosses will be coming up, and you will see why.
Oh
So
yeah,
now,
yeah,
with that level storage, he has Super Flight and Super Charge at all times. And with that, you can watch him wreck Gulp.
yeah, like
Yeah.
he's ready, set, and
Yeah, you can just supercharge him.
taking a boss
You
that
can see
normally
it all.
takes at least a minute and a half to a couple minutes of just waiting for drop with barrels and charge him. Now,
Now it's another fun part.
Now look at this.
oh, look at that. Look at him go. Look, he's got the speedway timer, he's flying.
And he'll be breaking the height cap right now.
He's
Because
gonna
there's
go
a
up.
height cap for speedways. Now he can just break it by some precise analog movement and just enter the Ripto like that.
Then boom, he is inside of Ripto. Boom. Inside of
Yeah.
Ripto. Now, traditionally you would have to gather orbs, and
Why would we do
Them.
that? What would
Yeah,
you
like
do
we-
instead?
you just chase him around, and he's really slippery. He's like, okay. But
Jumpy
there's
does
no
make it look
escape for
easy,
you.
but the supercharge isn't very easy to control, so
yeah, jumping makes a lot of things look easy that aren't.
that's true.
Unfortunately, after this cutscene, he won't have supercharge anymore. That's why he collected 2 orbs early, so he can get third one for this phase faster.
Certain things will remove the level storage.
Usually it removes only fly, but in this case it removes the supercharge as well.
He got it in just two fireball power-ups. Fast as you can do that currently.
Now he's in the final phase of Ripto.
Riding his pterodactyl. Because you get free flight and fireball in this phase anyhow, so it's like yes.
It's been a very
No
good
level
run. I'm
storage
curious what
required.
his in-game time is going to look like.
I would not be surprised if this is a world record. It wouldn't surprise me in the least
It
bit.
is definitely on potential.
Seen any.
And it's really good, but unfortunately he had to buy IC2, so it lost a few seconds. But it might be still it because it was a really good run.
Or 12. And now he's going to skip through the end of the credits, and he's going to look at his IGT, and what is it?
Only
This is
4
4
seconds,
seconds
off world record.
Yeah,
That's a really good
it
run.
was really close.
Wow.
Seconds
Great
off
job, Jumpy. That was a great run.
record. Great run, Jumpy.
Awesome. How about that for a PC run? First,
June,
one of the first runs we've seen.
boom.
Yeah, amazing run.
That was incredible.
All right.
That
Well,
was incredible.